Shalom, we're here at the third annual Champions of Jewish Values event in New York, and we had the opportunity here to speak with presidential candidate, Ted Cruz. Senator Cruz, of course, related to the different challenges, especially in the Middle East and with Israel and Iran, of course, and we asked him how he would deal with those challenges differently.
For the next 19 months, there's going to be great challenges. Unfortunately, this administration has expressed an unprecedented antagonism to the nation of Israel. That's unacceptable. I'm grateful that the American people stand with the nation of Israel. And 19 months from now, there will be new leadership in Washington. I think the greatest national security threat that faces the nation of Israel, the greatest national security threat that faces America is one and the same. And that is the threat of the nation of Iran acquiring nuclear weapons.
How would you deal with it differently?
We need strong leadership from America. We need a president who, number one, says we will not negotiate a nuclear deal with Iran that allows Iran to keep centrifuges, to keep enriched uranium, to keep developing their ICBM program, to keep remaining the world's leading state sponsor of terrorism. We need instead a president who stands up unequivocally and says, under no circumstances will the nation of Iran be allowed to acquire nuclear weapons, and either Iran will stop or America will stop it.
How will you as a president will act different than this current president?
If I'm elected president, it is my intention to stand unapologetically and unshakably alongside the nation of Israel, to stand alongside our friends and allies, and at the same time to stand up and say we will defeat radical Islamic terrorism, we will defeat ISIS, and we will not allow Iran to acquire nuclear weapons. We need leadership. For the next 19 months, I'm not optimistic of this leadership coming, but in January 2017, there will be a new president in America. And it is my hope it is a Republican, and it is my hope that I'm elected president. You know, one of the great lessons from 1980, the book of Ecclesiastes tells us there's nothing new under the sun. I think there are stark similarities between Barack Obama and Jimmy Carter. We've seen previously what happens when America has weak foreign policy, when we don't stand up to our enemies. And in 1980, across this country, there was a grassroots movement that became the Reagan Revolution and turned this country around. And one of the most encouraging things is, of all of the things that can be turned around, foreign policy may be the fastest. It's worth remembering that in 1981, Iran released America's hostages the day Ronald Reagan was sworn in. When you have a president that the enemies of America, the enemies of Israel understand, will say what he will do and do what he will say, it's the one thing bullies and tyrants understand, it's strength. And if history teaches anything, it is that weakness and appeasement does not work. We need to return to American leadership in the world, and it is my intention to do everything I can to make that happen.